More thoughts to keep in mind when looking for the one for you. For starters, the one for you might find you first. That's right. The one for you might be out there, but they're going to find you before you find them. Want to meet you. You don't even know it. It's your job, if you want to find the one, it's your job to stay in the open so your future one can see you and come and connect and talk and, well, the rest just might be history, loving history. Finding the one for you doesn't have to take a lifetime. If you're out there a lot, being seen by many singles, talking to a number of singles, going out on very light, casual dates, and spending time on the phone, doing Zoom, you just might find the one sooner than later. Finding the one for you is also about making the first move, whether you're a guy or a gal. If you see someone you're interested in, going up to them and striking up a conversation is exactly what you need to do. Don't let the opportunity say, hi, slip away. From a single spark, bonfires start. Plus, you don't want to, risk the chance of never not knowing. Hey, walk up, get rejected, who cares? Better to know than never to know if there could be a spark. Look for similar life goals in the one you want to walk through life with. This might be hard to find, but it surely is an easy qualifier or disqualifier. Oh, your goal is to do, oh, that's pretty cool. Or, oh, that's pretty scary. I commend you on that. I'm kind of heading in the same direction. Or you're thinking to yourself, whoa, I'm heading in the opposite direction. But look for similar life goals in the one you want to walk with. Not just, do we get along? Is there chemistry? No. We got to dig beneath the topsoil, and we got to get a few feet down to find out what their life goals are. If they don't have any, walk. Spending too much time searching for the one for you can sometimes give us the false idea that the grass is greener if we keep looking. So don't wait too long or look too hard, per se. The grass is greenest where it is watered, right where you're at. If you can find someone with those qualities that relate and spark with you, there's responsibility, there's fun, there's drama-free, and the like, then you might have found someone close to becoming the one for you. If you just spend a little time nurturing that newfound relationship. And that's all you got to do. Nothing comes perfect. How many times did you buy something or you bought something at the store, you brought it home, and it needed assembly? Desks, chairs, printers, beds, anything, something. Not everything comes ready. Sometimes you got to bring food home, but you got to piece it together with other foods to make a meal. Same thing with relationships. It's like also buying a plot of land that wasn't 100% perfect, but you spent time loving it and spending time nurturing it. You were devoted to improving it. And with time, both your efforts and theirs produce the kind of relationship that really sparks into something amazing. You've heard people remark, I like what you've done to your place, as it relates to you fixing up a room or your house or somewhere. Same goes for relationships. Wow, I knew once we got together, we could really turn us into something more than what we thought we had when we first met. While important, looks aren't everything. Character, temperament, caring ways, thoughtfulness, and fill in the blank are what you should be looking for in the one for you. While first impressions are everything to some people, we are human, and many of us won't judge a person first on merit, but on how he or she looks. And at one time, it was trendy to post your photograph on your resume until it was learned that potential employers will judge you by your looks versus your credentials. So do looks matter? Of course. Yes, they do. Things may start with looks, but eventually you have to be able to carry on a conversation in order to explore personality and character for any relationship to last. So beauty on the outside or handsomeness on the outside may cloak, cover, or hide some really bad inside. So, while looks are important, they're not everything. You'll find the one for you if you get real about who you desire into your life? Are you being realistic about your wants and needs? Or are you at the mercy of perceptions and impressions and fantasies? Or wants and needs beyond realistic expectations? Are you being honest with yourself? Are your perceptions for an ideal person reasonable? All too often, our perceptions become our realities. Did you consciously decide to create the reality you're living now? Or was it shaped by your parents, your friends, your education, your profession, your environment, the city you live in? If you don't like your story, your life story that is, change it. You do this by focusing on creating a new reality, and further, you become the boss of your own reality and not letting others compose it for you. The one for you might not be ready to be the one for you yet. So what do you do? Well, you think you found the perfect one for you, but he or she isn't ready for a relationship with you. They don't even know about you. Well, rather than forcing the issue, I would want to know why. Or maybe it's too soon for a commitment. Whenever there are wrinkles in the road, these need to be worked out to come together. Now, if you are having issues and expecting someone to change, it could be a long wait. Some of the issues could be he or she doesn't respond to your texts or your phone calls as readily as you would expect. Maybe your new interest has a history of dead-end relationships. Maybe you're the one who always has to take the initiative to make plans. And, well, the sex is good. Maybe that's all there is. But here's another little note. The one for you might not be ready to be in a relationship with you or be the one, so you got to give it time. In fact, if you really want someone, you might work on you during the time that you can't access this person or they don't know about you, but you want to be in a relationship with them. Work on you in the areas that you think the other person may really find attractive. And then over time, when you are more ready to be in the relationship with this so-called person, put yourself out there so you are seen. Surround this person so you are seen a lot. Befriend or go do things with or for some of their friends. Be seen. Make them feel comfortable from afar with, I see this person all the time, and I think I'm going to go up and talk to them. Well, little do they know that you've had your eye on them for a long time, but you were careful because of the one chance rule, such as you only get one chance to make a first impression. Sometimes you only get one chance to make it with someone. Get an introduction, meet them, make a good impression. So instead of rushing into, I want to be with that person. Instead of that, plot and plan the ultimate first meeting to where you work on yourself, you work on your surroundings, you get to know the people that they hang out with, you get to know the places they go, and you still don't go up to that person per se, but you are seen at least once, twice, 3 times. And this could be done with social media. You can make yourself more present on social media, YouTube, Instagram, etc. Do this. And this person you're after may feel more comfortable because they get to see you. And when you have an Instagram channel or you have a YouTube channel, people get to see into your life. They get to see into your bedroom and your bathroom and your kitchen, because you film in your home. They get to see how you live. And when they see how you live, they can make a decision like, whoa, I didn't know he or she had or did this. Oh, wow, I would really like to kind of be with someone who has a house the way they've decorated it or something like that. That's the thing. Work on you before you actually have the first chance to meet this person. So when you do meet them, they almost already know all about you. And that goes back to what I said. The one for you may not even know that you're the one for them, but they want to be the one for you because they saw all the stuff you do. They like your personality, and you saw them first. Isn't it interesting? Finding love and pairing up in relationships is a little bit like a chess game. moving pieces here and moving pieces over there, and some get knocked out, and oops, that was a mistake. Don't do that again. And then ultimately you're getting closer and closer to your objective. Checkmate. You're now mine, and I'm yours. The one for you may come back to you. When a relationship evolves into a parting of the ways, it's important to understand why. Suppose your ex-boyfriend or girlfriend decides that he or she, they want to start over. 90% of breakups could have been avoided if there had been just a little more communication or a little more effort, one or both parties involved in the relationship. Somebody's not pulling their weight, When couples go their separate ways because they have different goals, that's understandable. People change over time. Some grow faster, farther than the other, and the other can't keep up. And, it's like, hey, I need someone who can support my goals and what I'm doing. It's just what it is. And, you're lazy. I'm just making an example here. People do change. However, when trust is the issue and or infidelities, this is a much bigger pill to swallow. A lack of trust is a very destructive force to reckon with. Not knowing if you can even believe in the other person weighs heavily on any relationship. So, while that person may be sincere about rekindling your relationship again, be certain that it doesn't impose suspicion and disappointment again on your desire to try to work things out. Trust and communication are the foundation of any successful relationship without fail. Did someone fail in that category? They better be on their knees, begging to come back. And they'll be on total watch program, The one for you may not exist, but that shouldn't stop you from finding love. Are you waiting for someone that doesn't exist? This impractical, perfect lover that just, the top 0.0005% of, who you're looking for? Have you set your hopes too high? Are your expectations realistic? For every 5 people who get it right on the first attempt at love, there are 500 to 5,000 others who get it right on the umpteenth try. Everyone's different. We don't all move at the same pace, or travel in the same circles, or have the same assets coming to the table with, talents, abilities. Some who haven't found the one, they might go a long time without anyone. During that time, they look and they try, but without realizing it, the one might have walked right by them because they just weren't used to getting any attention. Don't set your expectations too high that you miss quality candidates that are right in front of you. And if you haven't been lucky in the world of love, keep your head up and keep your hopes high, because the one for you, like I said, just might be standing right in front of you at any given moment. You just don't know. It helps to get out there. Make sure you're getting out there, because if you're going to stay at home all the time, ain't nobody going to come knocking to the door. I heard you were alone. I thought I'd come over. What? That doesn't happen. You might never, ever find the one for you, but love can still be in your life. Maybe you've found someone who isn't really the ultimate soulmate, but that doesn't mean that you can't walk through life with them by your side. If you've found love on any level that you're happy with, it doesn't mean that the person must be your soulmate. Let's understand the differences. A soulmate is someone who is truly aligned with your soul, challenges you, awakens your sensitivities in order to achieve a greater sense of awareness of self and others, and that person may not be around forever either. And that's okay. A boyfriend or girlfriend is a secure individual who you can lean on, trust, and will walk with you through life to the degree you both can and want to. There is a mutual feeling of love and respect, and you are both into each other's needs and wants. So, your soulmate and boyfriend or girlfriend do not need to be one and the same person at that time. People come into our lives for who knows what reason. As I said in my book, Where Are You and Where Art Thou? In relationships, we are all each other's students and teachers. I teach you things, you teach me things. I learn things, you learn things. Yeah. There will be more little things you adore and experience about the one for you, more than any one big thing. In our self-centered, self-obsessed society in which we find ourselves these days, it's not uncommon for relationships to be short-lived, while sometimes it's the compounding of little things that can break up a relationship, whereas it can also be the little things that hold two people together. They could include simple words like, thank you, hey, I love you, I miss you, wow, I always love being near you. Discovering the child in each of you and doing silly things together that make you laugh out loud can do more for a relationship than a manual on how to succeed in a relationship, because you trust each other enough to be your authentic selves and articulate the authenticity of your impact and influence. What? Let go of your inhibitions for some things and make each other feel good. Compliments, small gifts, even sitting through something, television show, a game, who knows, and making his or her favorite snack or meal bodes well for a happy life where both parties are winners. Serving each other is where it's at. Wouldn't you agree?